Listen, the reason why your life seems to look miserable, it is because you are ungrateful. And in order to remedy that, the message couldn't be more simple. Look for the light in every situation. That's how you will feel like you are living life. Doesn't matter in what situation you are right now, doesn't matter your problems, because whether you are privileged or not, you will always be privileged if you look for the light. And you will always make the same mistake if you don't gain awareness to this. You will always look back at those unpleasant times and you will regret not being more present, like you probably already are experiencing this. And the most interesting question is, why do you look back at those unpleasant times and you regret not being more present? Because you are not being present right now and looking for the light right now at your current situation. That's why you are looking back and thinking, oh, I was more handsome, I was more muscular. Actually, things weren't that bad compared to the situation that I am right now. Again, you're doing the same mistake as you did before. You're not living right now. That's why, and again, I always repeat in my videos, it is very important for you to journal. Because by journaling, you are more aware of your thoughts, you're reading them out loud, they're more organized, you are more aware of your emotions, you're able to identify your blessings, and that way, your emotions don't control you, you control them, and you have the freedom to lead them where you want them to go. That's why I advise you to journal after this video, because by journaling you will understand that there is beauty in every situation. No matter the situation you are in, I imply that you must always romanticize and create poetry out of your unpleasant situations. And you probably think that this is stupid. And I'm going to tell you why you think this is stupid. Because you don't respect yourself. You don't respect yourself enough to understand that you are a perfect creation. You are here for a reason. And tell me, what other choice do you have doing poetry out of your life? You can always go back to your misery. You gotta understand that God puts you each time closer to your final goal in the most unexpected ways. So you just better join the ride. Go through the path, and in the unpleasant times, learn the lesson. Just join the ride and make your life a story worth telling. Maybe, just maybe, the reason why you are ungrateful and your life seems like a misery, it is because you're a coward. You don't have the courage to live on your own terms with the things that you have. And that's why you attract the identical feelings of ingratitude and misery, which is shame. It is shame that haunts you every day, every night. That's why you cannot understand this. If you live your life on your own terms, it doesn't mean that things will go like you expect, because again, God tests you with in the most unexpected ways. But what is certain is that no matter the situation, you don't feel shame. You feel like you are on top of your mountain. You're confident. You accept the unpleasant situation in open arms. You're ready to learn the lesson. It's just one more unpleasant situation in your life that you are conscious that it is the divine that is putting on you. Now, lastly, if you are confused where to start living your life on your own terms, if your intuition is that broken, and there's no shame of it, because this is what society wants you to be in, so that you live according to someone else's purpose and not yours, I am going to guide you so that you start living today on your own terms. So let's start with the first step, routine. Let's create a routine that motivates you every day to wake up and do what you know is right. So first of all, I advise you to make a school-like military routine, a very organized routine where you have the schedule and what you must do. If you take up some time to think about it, you will find the answer, but I will help you in this video as well. And I don't want to convince you, I want you to trust your own intuition, at least the the two habits that I want you to implement in that routine is to wake up very early as possible. Wake up at 5 a.m. It is where you will get all the inspiration to your crafts. And I can tell you, in order for you to normalize it, these days I wake up at 3:30, 4 a.m. And I'm not ashamed of it. It is how I feel more creative. And secondly, I advise you to start journaling straight in the morning, to write some pages, because that's where you will find your purpose. That's where you will gain clarity in your mind. Start writing just your emotions. If you're feeling bad in that unpleasant situations, just write it off, read them, and then straight after start writing what you are grateful for. What are your blessings? Start with that. Then we talk later about journaling. Now, as you have a routine, the second component that mostly affects my productivity is my diet. So I personally am very careful with my diet, and I make sure that I eat the best foods that allow me to be focused throughout the day and productive at the same time, while I have the best results in the gym to be jacked. And what I eat, you can find your own foods, but I have done my own studies, my own research, and what I eat is only 3 ingredients, nothing else, which is meat, eggs, and sweet potatoes. Not only because it makes me focused and gives me the gains that I want, as well as it is the 3 ingredients that I could eat every day that I don't get tired of. It's the ingredients that I am satisfied with. I don't need anything else. I don't need to focus myself on satisfaction and appetite. It is the only 3 ingredients that I eat. And thirdly, lastly, and most importantly, I am going to talk about my method of self-improvement, which allows me to be busy throughout the day, to be proud of myself every single day depending on my merit, and to never be confused or being aware that I must do something more in my life and I'm not doing because I don't know and I am living in quiet despair. I believe that this is the most horrible feeling. And in order to remedy that, I am going to share with you my self-improvement method that not only will make you more happy and more purposeful, as well as it will make you soon or after a very useful member for society, and you will contribute to make this civilization better. And it is 8 self-improvement keys, which starts with contemplating, creating, socializing, cultivating, adrenaline chasing, or I call pirating, endeavoring, and laboring. Starting with contemplation, it is the branch that will allow you to be self-aware and to have a reason on why all this. And the main action for contemplation is what I'm talking early is journaling. Journal every single day at the start of the day. Secondly, talking about creating, and I'm going to ask you better than just advice. Are you doing something artistic? Are you learning an instrument if you have one at home? Do you play an instrument? Are you learning how to paint or how to draw? Or especially, are you doing that artistic hobby, weird artistic hobby that you always wanted to start, but you never had the balls to do it because maybe you are a coward? If not, start creating. Thirdly, socializing. Are you socializing properly? And when I will share with you all these 8 self-improvement keys, your socializing will be much better. I don't have any advice to give you because you will find it yourself. How to be super confident, how to talk to anybody you want, how to talk to any girl, how to go on a date with any girl. You will figure it out yourself. Fourth, cultivation. Are you having a reading routine? Are you reading book after book after book after book? If not, I advise you 2 things. Start reading books, that's it, the books that interest you. Start it today. And secondly, I advise you when you meet the boring parts of the book, keep reading them because those are the chapters that will mostly educate you. Trust me, trust your intuition where you're reading them. It will go somewhere else. And if you don't know books to read, I am going to create a Telegram channel where I will share with you all the books I read, and most of them are going to be very controversial and you might be offended, but I don't care. At least I am helping you starting to read something. And in terms of adrenaline, it is precisely that. You will activate or do a certain action that will activate your adrenaline part of your body. If you already have that in your life, you already know what activates your adrenaline. But if not, it is a new route to your self-improvement journey. I advise you to do radical sports such as surfing, skating, skydiving, or skiing. Normally those sports cost money and involves a lot geolocation. You must be in a place to have snow, you must be in a place to have good waves to surf. Skating is the most accessible, but if you cannot do any of those, start climbing a tree right now, because by climbing a tree you're activating your intuition 100%. And let me tell you, the reason why you don't instantly fall from a tree, it is because your intuition is working 100%. And when you climb down this tree, you will feel euphoric. You feel like, yo! You need that in your life because it will give you a lot more ideas to your purpose. The sixth self-improvement branch is sculpting, and it is going to the gym. I call it sculpting because it's a fun word. You are sculpting your body like you would be a sculptor in the times of the Renaissance. And my expectations in the gym is to make a strong body, to make myself big so that I become more masculine, so that girls see me as protective, so that I am more intimidating. And thirdly, to have an aesthetic body, a beautiful body with almost no body fat. It is super lean, V-shaped. So these are my 3 expectations for sculpting, for going to the gym. Start going to the gym if you're not going. The 7th self-improvement key is endeavoring. And on endeavoring, it is where you are going to apply all the skills that you are learning in this method in order to make money out of it. And that's how you can prove your worth. You're putting your skills and making money out of them. Maybe it is by becoming a musician, a painter, a poet, personal trainer, a surf coach. There's infinite ideas that if you apply everything that I am telling you here, you will figure it out in 1 day, in 2 days, with the help of journaling. And lastly, laboring, working with your hands. It is very important because that's how you trust yourself fully. Working with your hands could be agriculture, learning to fix things in your home, fix your fence, fix your pipes. A very nasty joke, by fixing your pipes you don't need to call the plumber and run the risk of your wife getting a little bit excited for the plumber. Instead of taking your car to the mechanic, you can fix your own car. For me, I want to learn all those skills because I truly believe in the importance of being self-sufficient. If civilization collapses, I am self-sufficient. If you don't really like working with your hands or you don't find anything beneficial to you, force yourself to help the neighbor. Could be 30 minutes to 1 hour. So I have reached the end of this video. And in case you've forgotten what is the main topic of the video, because I'm talking a lot, it is about finding the light in every situation. And by applying this method, I promise you that you are living your life on your own terms. You have a busy day, and some days will be better, some days will be fucking better. And you will join the ride and accept the unpleasant times and learn the lessons so that you become a more relentless man. So I hope you stay till the end. I truly appreciate you. I hope that I have enlightened you, and until the next one, goodbye.